Good evening one and all. Welcome to Design of Machine Elements Learning Series 9 Design Problems. In this presentation, we will be solving and understanding certain problems where the components are subjected to eccentric load and combined loads. Design problem 1. Let us now understand this particular problem. Problem statement. A frame of a hydraulic press is as shown in the diagram. The maximum force acting on the frame is 25 kN and it consists of a plate which is made up of plain carbon steel, that is 30C8, which is the designation of the steel, and the yield strength SYT is 400 MPa and the factor of safety is 2. Determine the plate thickness. If we observe the diagram towards our right, we will find that it is an eccentric loaded problem. Solution. Firstly, write down the given data. P is 25 kN, that is 25,000 Newton. SYT is 400 MPa and factor of safety is 2. The first step is to calculate the permissible stress for the plate, which is given by the formula sigma T is equals to SYT divided by factor of safety. Hence, sigma T will be equal to 400 divided by 2, that is 200 MPa. The second step is to calculate the tensile stress and the bending stresses which are induced in the member, and it is found that maximum stress is at the inner fiber. The equation for calculating the stresses because of eccentric loading is given by the following formula. Sigma is P by A is plus P into E into Y by I, where P is equals to 25,000 Newton given. A is B into D, that is T into 150 because the cross section is rectangular in nature. E is the distance of the line of action of force from the geometric axis. So E will be equal to 200 plus 75, that is 275 mm. Here we have been given the distance of 200 from the edge of the plate to the line of action of force. So eccentric distance is the distance of the line of the action of force from the geometric axis. Hence we have added 75, which is half of 150. I is equals to 150 by 2 and I is equals to BD cube by 12. Y is equals to 150 by 2, that is 75 mm, and I, that is the moment of inertia, is equals to BD cube by 12, that is T into 150 cube divided by 12. By substituting the values in the equation, we will get the thickness of the plate as 10 mm. Design problem 2. Problem statement. Calculate the maximum and minimum stresses of the hypothetical member subjected to forces and torques as shown in the adjoining diagram. If we observe the diagram, the hypothetical member is made of circular cross section with a diameter of 60 mm. Its length is 200 mm. It is subjected to a torque of 1 kN meter, a vertical force of 2 kN and a compressive axial force of 14 kN. Let us write down the given data. First step is to calculate the compressive stress. Compressive stresses are negative in nature. Hence, the equation P by A is accompanied by a negative sign. So, this compressive stress or axial stress is equals to minus 14,000 divided by pi by 4 into 60 square, where 60 is the diameter of the hypothetical member. Sigma x is minus 4.95 MPa. The second step is to calculate the bending stresses, which is given by the equation sigma b is equals to my by I or my divided by I. M is equals to P into E or P into L, that is vertical force multiplied by horizontal distance. So here we have got the moment in Newton mm. I is the moment of inertia, and moment of inertia for a circular cross section is given by the formula pi by 64 d to the power of 4, and Y is equals to 60 by 2, that is 30 mm. Substitute the values in the above equation, we will get sigma B is equals to 18.86 MPa. Now let us calculate the torsional stresses. Torsional stresses are given by the governing equation T by J is equals to tau by R is equals to G theta by L, where T is the torsional moment, 1 kN meter is the value given, convert it into Newton mm. J is the polar modulus. Polar modulus for a circular cross section is given by the formula pi by 32 into d to the power of 4. R is the radius. Substituting the values, we get tau xy as 23.57 MPa. Now here we have got the values of sigma x, sigma y and tau xy. Let us substitute the values in the maximum and minimum principal stress equations respectively. Sigma 1 will be equal to sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus square root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau xy square. We will get the value of sigma 1 as 31.52 megapascal. Sigma 2 is equals to sigma x plus sigma y divided by 2 minus square root of sigma x minus sigma y divided by 2 whole square plus tau xy square. Substituting the values, we get minimum principal stress as minus 19.45 megapascal. Hence, the maximum and minimum normal stresses or maximum and minimum principal stresses are sigma 1 31.52 megapascal and sigma 2 is minus 19.45 megapascal. Design problem 3. Here we have been given an hanger. This particular hanger is subjected to a force which is acting at an angle of 30 degree, and this force is making an angle 30 degree with the vertical. Here we have to calculate the dimensions of the cross section. Let us study the problem statement. A hanger shown in the diagram with the dimensions as follows. A force F of 10 kN acts at an angle of 30 degree with the vertical, and the permissible stress in the hanger is 60 megapascal. Find the cross section of the hanger. Since the force is acting at an angle of 30 degree, we have to resolve the force into components, that is horizontal and vertical components. Since the force is making an angle 30 degree with the vertical component will be F cos 30 and the horizontal component will be F sin 30. The first step is to calculate the force components. Fv is F cos 30, that is 10 into cos 30, that is 8.66 kilonewton. Convert into Newton, that is 8660 Newton. Fh is the horizontal component, that is F sin 30, that is 10 into sin 30, that is 5 kilonewton. Convert into Newton, that is 5000 Newton. The second step is to calculate the bending moment. The bending moment caused because of the vertical component and the horizontal component respectively. So the bending moment is given by the formula force multiplied by distance. Since we have to calculate the vertical bending moment, it will be vertical force multiplied by horizontal distance, that is Fv multiplied by 120. That will give you this particular value. The second bending moment we have to calculate is the horizontal bending moment, which is given by horizontal force multiplied by vertical distance, that is horizontal force multiplied by vertical distance. This is the value for horizontal bending moment. The total bending moment acting on the component is given by the summation of mv plus mh, that is mt is equals to this value. Now let us calculate the bending stress at critical section, which is given by the formula my by I. Substituting the value of bending moment multiplied by y, which is t, that is half of 2t, divided by t into 2t whole cube divided by 12, which is the moment of inertia equation for rectangular cross section. The third step is to calculate the direct stress due to Fv. When we pull this Fv down, we will get a direct stress. So sigma t will be equal to Fv by A. This is the value for sigma t. Now the last step is to calculate the dimensions. We know the permissible stress, which is given to us as 60. Put the value of sigma b and sigma t. Solve the following equation. You will get the dimension of t as 38.03 mm, that is approximately equal to 40 mm, and the answers for the above problem is t is equals to 40 mm and 2t is equals to 80 mm. The following problems are taken from the textbook on design of machine elements by K. Ganesh Babu and K. Sridhar, Tata McGraw-Hill Publications, machine design textbook by P.C. Gope of PHI Publishing House, and Shawm's outline series for machine design. Thank you very much and wish you a happy learning.